mode. Shifts at 6500 rpm. Oh, the 4-cylinder turbo petrol comes alive in all its splendid, matchless glory. Hello there guys, welcome to Neo's Vault. Welcome to a sensational launch and a review of the Volkswagen Taigun. This is the 1.5 litre 4-cylinder turbo petrol GT Plus variant, and I'm going to unleash it in all of its splendid glory. But before that, let's find out what makes this such an exciting SUV coming from Volkswagen. The moment you and I, Volkswagen fanboys, have been waiting for is finally here. I mean, the moment of jubilation, the moment to celebrate and go crazy, because this is an absolute, firecracker of a launch from Volkswagen in terms of performance, in terms of equipment, in terms of value, in terms of features and everything, and in terms of safety, in terms of everything that you can think of. They've tried to give it everything and anything that you can comprehend or think about or imagine, and that's what makes this a stellar of a launch. And more than that, the killer pricing that they announced yesterday, 10.49 lakhs onwards for the base variant. This GT Plus variant is around 17.49 lakhs ex showroom, and that is killer pricing. I'm sure they're going to take the market by storm. So now let's not waste any more time. Let's flip the camera around and let's start exploring it quickly. Now, first of all, the design. Now, this kind of reminds us of the T-Roc and the Tiguan All-Space to some extent, because this has been the standard design language. From the front, you have the double slat chrome grille. You have the new Volkswagen logo. You have a lot of chrome elements here for the chrome lovers. And what's the best part about this car is that they've given us the best of both worlds. You've gotten the new age, modern, sporty elements to appeal to the younger audience, but at the same time you also have the chrome and elegance and class that usually defines the German German design language, and the pure class that oozes each time you look at a Volkswagen. Now, this is my personal favorite, the Infinity tail lamp cluster. It runs from edge to edge, and it looks absolutely kick-ass once it lights up. And then you also have the chrome belt running across the rear bumper. You have these again chrome stripes here. You have the chrome line running across the window line, and roof rails, body cladding all around to underscore the SUV character. And then you have the LED headlamps right here. These are automatic headlamps. You get rain sensing wipers, and then you have neatly embedded fog lamps. And again, the front bumper is very neatly integrated, and you have the powerful bonnet lines right over there to underscore the powerful character lurking underneath. Then 17-inch wheels, and disc brake only on the front wheel, no disc brake on the rear wheel. Really wish they had offered disc brakes all around, but anyway, you get massive 17-inch alloys and 17-inch wheels, so that really adds on to the muscle factor. Other part is the GT badging right here, also the GT badging right here. This really means a lot. The lamps look absolutely stunning, and then of course you have these door handles with the chrome line running across a hallmark design element, and it looks super premium. Now at the back you have the rear spoiler, shark fin antenna, and the cluster, tail lamp cluster, as I told you, the Taigun badging right over there, GT badging again, Volkswagen logo, and the sportier rear bumper. Now let's step inside, but before we step inside, let me give you the variants. You have a 1 liter turbo petrol 3-cylinder engine. You have two petrols actually. So one is the 3-cylinder turbo petrol 1 liter engine that puts out 115 PS and 175 Newton meters. Two transmission options. You have a 6-speed manual and a 6-speed torque converter. Then this is the GT Plus 1.5 liter 4-cylinder turbo petrol, the turbo Evo or whatever they call it, and then this puts out 150 blazing horses and 250 Newton meters of torque right from 1600 RPM, which means step on the gas and the beast comes alive. Two transmission options here as well. You have the 6-speed manual and the 7-speed DSG or the direct shift gearbox or the dual clutch transmission, about which I've explained while driving this monster machine. And look at this inside. I mean, so simple, subtle, yet so classy and elegant. I love this stitch pattern right here on the stitch on the seats and then you have the double stitching here in red. Really gives you a satisfied feel. Super premium interiors. I love the carbon fiber finish right over there, and then you have the full color speedo console, flat bottom steering wheel. Everything oozes class and elegance. You have a dead pedal there, aluminum pedals here for the sporty touch. The DSG gearbox right over there, automatic climate control, 10-inch infotainment system, and the 8-inch speedo console. Let's just quickly look at the back for the space. Again, here you have dedicated headrests for all three passengers, more than sufficient leg room. Look at this abundance of leg room. Dedicated AC vent for the rear seat passengers. Charging slots, these are directly Type C ports, because for the new age audience, I wish they had offered one Type A also. But you have the central armrest here with the cup holders, dedicated headrests as well, and the stitching here looks awesome. Decent amount of headroom as well. At the back you have 385 liters of boot space. Again, 60-40 split seats to push them down, remove the parcel tray, make way for around 1405 liters of boot space. Absolutely awesome. But this itself, 385 liters, more than sufficient. I wish they had offered a electric tailgate just to seal the deal. Again, here you have manual seat height adjustment. I wish they had offered electric just by adding a little more premium, because they just packed it with features beyond imagination, so that would have added on to that. Now let's step in. Okay, here we are inside, and Volkswagen logo, Das Auto, and this red color this thing. So this is the tachometer display. So let me just quickly start it up for you. Okay, so this is the tachometer display. You have different views to choose from. This is a standard display with all the average and other statistics, and then you have this speedo console display. I wish they had offered a twin dial display with the speedo as well as the tacho side by side. It's either one that's available. You can see is the tachometer, or then you have the speedometer. You don't have both, so that is, you have the speedo here on the side, and then you have the parking, and then the gear position on the other side. But anyway, this is my personal favorite. You rev it all the way, it comes alive. Then you have the different settings here, so you can go up and down this display, driving data and average speed, gear display and other settings. You can get into the settings again. You can select what all you want to be displayed, audio and telephone controls as well. Now go back and you have another display on the other side, and here you have again the same this thing running you through telephone and all these things. So here you have the average and other details. Now the only gripe I have is this is brand new, right out of the blue. I literally stole it off this showroom. So the 10-inch touchscreen infotainment system has not been set up yet. So but still it gets Android Auto, Apple CarPlay and all the connected car features as well. 6 speakers all around, and I love the carbon fiber finish on this. Absolutely stunning. Interiors are super classy and super elegant. Spacious glove box, utility spaces here, wireless charging here slot. It accommodates my Note 20 Ultra charging slots here. Again, you have the climatronic automatic climate control right here. Do you get okay, you get armrest here, get some storage here. It's not sliding. Yeah, it is sliding armrest, so that's really cool. Okay, and bottle holders, 1 liter bottle holders. Do we get bottle holders at the back is a question. Let me just turn it off. Yes, you get bottle holders at the back as well. So overall, this is the overview. Looks absolutely stunning. I love the way they have designed the interiors as well as the exterior. So overall, an absolute delight of a car. Safety features, you get 6 airbags and electronic stability program, traction control and ABS with EBD. Man, they have just nailed it with everything and anything that you can think of. Now more than that, more than just the features, more than just the equipment, when the badging reads GT, it's all about sheer driving pleasure, and that's what the 1.5 liter turbo petrol 4-cylinder engine, the Turbo Evo, is all about, and I have unleashed it. So let's not waste any more time. Let's go ahead and check that out. So guys, finally the wait is over. I've given you a complete overview of the sensational blockbuster launch from Volkswagen. The moment you and I have been waiting for, all of us hardcore Volkswagen fanboys have been waiting for, is finally here. The Infinity tail lamp cluster looks absolutely stunning. Kind of a low slung SUV stance to unleash the 150 blazing ponies lurking underneath this GT Plus variant. 1.5 liter turbocharged petrol is a gem of an engine and 250 Newton meters of torque, 7-speed DSG. This is the enthusiast delight. So let's not waste any more time. 17-inch wheels and this beautiful 8-inch full color speedo console, TFT console or whatever you call it, looks absolutely stunning. So let's see the startup animation. This is one of the modes that I set up. You have different viewing modes. You have this without the tachometer, so it is a little plain Jane. Then you have the speedo console for those who want to experience that need for speed kind of rush. But for us enthusiasts, we want to see the rev counter climbing and going crazy. So I'll keep it this way. You have the rev counter here, the speedo here, and you have the gear indicator on the left side. So let's crank her up. And you have the flat bottom steering wheel. Looks absolutely super premium, wrapped in leather. I love the dash. It is a perfect blend of new age elements along with the classy elegance that Volkswagen or German engineering is always known for. You have this touch of carbon fiber on the dash right here. DSG gearbox. So first let's put it in drive mode and let's see how the car reacts. It does get this creep function, so it gives you a head start. This touchscreen infotainment system, 10-inch touchscreen infotainment system, hasn't been set up, so that's why it's showing in safe mode. But for us enthusiasts, we bother only about the driving pleasure. And let's see. We do get tilt and telescopic steering, so let's set it up here and step on the gas. Ooh-hoo-hoo! Shifting up at 6,000 RPM, unleashing the 1.5 liter turbocharged petrol Evo engine in all its ruthless glory, and the chassis is rock solid. We are into triple digits in no time. The brakes are brilliant. You get ABS with EBD, electronic stability program, and other safety features. Now the word Taigun or Taigun is a Japanese word. I've already explained about it in the overview, which means horde or plenty. So it brings a horde of new features to the segment. It is ultra responsive. The moment you, oh, that sweet sound of acceleration and intensity and driving pleasure. Woo-hoo-hoo! Blasting across these empty stretches. Rock solid stability. Zero body roll. Thanks to the low stance given for this SUV. Body roll is very, very well controlled. Suspension is beautifully set up. The chassis orientation is absolutely stellar. And this is an absolute firecracker of a launch. And it puts a smile on your face almost instantly. And that's what you want. There was so much of excitement yesterday at the launch event. We can see the excitement in Sir Ashish's face while he was unveiling this and launching this. I'm sure he would have pushed it to its pushed this car to its limits to his heart's content, and the confidence. And this is the turning radius. At one go we could turn well, so that is the advantage of having a compact SUV. We do get rear view cameras and sensors and whatnot. They have given it everything and anything you can think of. We also have the sunroof. so that's really, really good. So let's just shut everything down such that okay, I just hope there's no wind blast. Now putting it into manual mode, shifts at 6,500 RPM. Oh, the 4-cylinder turbo petrol comes alive in all its splendid, matchless glory. Woo-hoo-hoo! This is incredible stuff, Volkswagen India. This is pure adrenaline rush for you. Absolutely going mad this early morning. Beautiful sunrise, and the day dawns with the rise of a new champion in this compact SUV segment. This is stellar performance, and the price is absolutely the icing on the cake. 17.49 lakhs for this beauty, this magnificent kind of performance icon that has come out of nowhere. Is this going to be the champion SUV in this segment? Well, time will tell that, but still, the kind of features and the performance and the kind of equipment they've packed into this, they've given it everything that they've got. And you can see, Volkswagen fanboys are in for a party. I mean, they're going to go crazy, and the wait has been worth it is what I feel. and the steering feel is really good. The steering sensitivity is really good, and we're going to push it through the corners in a moment. For now, the AC is really good as well, nice and effective in cooling the cabin, and gear shifts are absolutely seamless thanks to the DSG or direct shift gearbox, which is a dual clutch transmission. So you have the 7-speed DSG. So the way the DSG works is that there's zero latency in upshifts, and the seamless shifts happen because in the DSG gearbox, the system ensures keeps the next gear to be shifted ready based on your driving style and driving dynamics. So that is what gives zero latency in shifting up or shifting down, and that's why the gears are absolutely, the gear shifts are absolutely seamless. So let's try and get in here. We're still in the manual mode, and you can see the rev counter going absolutely nuts. The paddle shifters work smoothly, absolutely slick shifts. The steering sensitivity is nice and light and effortless in the lower down in the RPM range at lower speeds for easy maneuverability through city traffic. Oh, lightning fast changes right there for you, and the gear shifts are precise, and they're shifting at 6,500 RPM. I hope they had given the opportunity for the gear to hold up to 7,000 RPM in the manual mode, such that the driver could do push it all the way to its limits. But anyway, it is a joy. The way the 4-cylinder turbo petrol engine cries out, the kind of growl it makes, it really gives you goosebumps. And the steering feel is so damn good for an SUV. This is what defines new standards that usually Volkswagen tries to set in each segment. Absolutely brilliant. Okay, here we go. Okay, cool down. Speed breakers here. The suspension is really good, glides over anything and everything. Oh, really good. Beautiful through the corners, and it's so effortless when you're doing 150 in no time. You can cruise on this all day long. Okay, so we've set the cruise control to 70 kilometers per hour, and you can see my foot is off the accelerator pedal, and we're maintaining 70. So this is the effortlessness or fatigue-free driving experience that cruise control has on offer. So that's kind of standard in a car in this segment. So that's not a standout feature, but still it is a convenient feature to have on board, and so glad that they have offered this. So now that we're done with the review, I'm relaxing in the rear seat. Oodles and oodles of space, and huge amount of leg room and headroom. Absolutely loved reviewing this machine, and I just hope you enjoyed hopping on and tagging along with me on this amazing drive. I'm sure you'll be bowled over by the sheer performance of the 1.5 turbo petrol GT Plus variant. So please do take it out for a spin if you are an enthusiast and if you're a true petrol head. So that's pretty much it. I'll catch you guys in the next review. Until then, take care, God bless, and drive safe.